here in Navan this evening, down in Meath with some family, and just went to some adoration here in the church here in Navan. My earliest memories of going to Mass are in this church, because we used to live in Navan as children, and the architecture of the church is slightly strange. The altar is to the side, and it's a beautiful church, and it's exactly as it used to be 30 odd years ago, when I remember it even more now. Just chatting to some friends today, and we were talking about the current processes and changes in the church, and what is happening. We seem to, those of us who have grown up and have loved the faith and studied the faith, we've gone from one way of viewing and practicing the faith now to a different way. Under John Paul II, if a politician funded, supported, paid for, legislated for abortion, he or she would not get communion in the Vatican. And yet under the present Pope, we seem to be going in a different direction, and we seem to have this synodal process where we go out and ask, badly catechized people who don't know the faith, what do they want in the church, and we get replies back, and some people are saying, well, this is what the Holy Spirit is calling on the church. Like we've held one view for 2,000 years, and now we're supposed to have a different view and a different way of preaching the faith. That's seemingly the direction we're supposed to be going. With 2,000 years, the priesthood has been viewed one way, and now after 2,000 years, we are more enlightened now than we used to be. Science, the new scientific developments, as Cardinal Marx is saying, will lead the church in a different direction, because we're more intelligent and more enlightened than Jesus Christ was 2,000 years ago. He didn't know everything, it seems. I don't know. I'm just asking the question. So what, where are we going, and how should we approach this time in the church? Well, my suggestion is, personally, is speak out, question, ask questions. What is going on? Can we get some answers as to, what is going on? You have Jesuits that seem to be, saying, well, if the doctor says that Joe is Jane and Jane is Joe, then we should go along with this and we should help. And really, maybe we could just have a little bit more discussion on that. What exactly is going on in the church, and who is leading this process forward? But we shouldn't be disheartened, we shouldn't be depressed. It's not about us seeing results, and just because the work that we do, or the questions we ask don't get answered, or we don't see any response, that doesn't mean we get depressed or disheartened. We live the faith, and that is the only way forward. We always keep in mind, look for the truth. Ask yourself, what is the truth? What is the faith, the truth that Christ gave us? Where are we to go? Always ask yourself that question. Because if not, it can be, depressing, disheartening, and so forth. So always question, what is the truth? How do I supposed to live the faith? Study it. Talk to other people. Lead other people. And also, I would say to priests to speak out as a group in Ireland. If priests are not comfortable with this whole synodal process, which seems to be a complete contradiction, these reports, to what the church actually teaches, you're asking Catholics who don't know the faith to give their view on a church that they don't understand or know. Well, speak out, say something. That would be my thoughts anyway. And ask questions. We're entitled to have answers as to what went on. 9 years of formation in Rome, and I was taught one thing under Pope John Paul II, had a view of Second Vatican II, had a view of the liturgy under John Paul II, that yes, the traditional Mass can be celebrated, and you can and bishops are allowed to use it. And we seem to have a completely different Pope now that has completely undone everything that John Paul II has done and Benedict XVI has done. We've seen a Twitter coming from the Pontifical Council of Life. What are they talking about? That new scientific developments, seems very strange. So ask questions. ask questions. We're entitled to have answers as to what is going on in the church. What direction do they want to bring us? Can the Holy Spirit have been completely wrong for 2,000 years and now we have a more enlightened Holy Spirit? I don't know. Let's see where it's going. But don't be disheartened. Even if you're the last Catholic on this planet, you know, we have to be Catholics of joy and carry the faith with joy. That's just my view, and please keep praying. But I would ask priests in Ireland to stand up and voice your views on what has happened. The Catholic Priests Association and all of the other groups that are very liberal are very, very vocal. Where is the other side? Where are the priests defending the Catholic faith that they were formed in? Lead us, speak out, come together. Wouldn't it be amazing if we had 50, 60 faithful priests in Ireland questioning this process, which hasn't been transparent at any level? We don't know who these people are that seems to be leading this process. Who are these people that are part of this synodal process? Because so many people don't seem to be have been involved or asked or give their voice. You know, an anonymous survey online, really, are we going to question that? Are we going to take that as a faithful representation of the views of the faithful? You know, I would question really what has gone on in the church. Christ didn't say, go out and ask people what they want and give it to them. Christ gave a message, a gospel that needed to be preached. And has that radically changed in 2,000 years? I would wonder. Has it? What is this new gospel we're going to be preaching? Is it like in the Novus Order where we have some readings, we'll quote a few verses, we'll leave out a couple of lines, then we'll go on? You know, is it pick and mix Catholicism that we're going to have now in the Catholic Church? I don't know. Asking the question, because it seems to be an amazingly interesting time in the church that I've never seen before. We seem to have a Pope now that has completely gone against his two predecessors, and one of them still living, on many issues. And you'd wonder, well, why? Why not stand up for what is true? Why not say, look, it's wrong to legislate for abortion, and I'm sorry, but you won't be getting communion in the Vatican. Why not stand up and say that? I don't know. Confusing times. But it'd be interesting if priests could speak out a little bit more. That'd be great to see. Anyway, God bless from Navan, and keep praying and keep the faith. Take care. Bye-bye.